This paper right here says that I am at 7.9% body fat. And today I'm going to show you how I got there almost accidentally. A year ago, I was at peak bulk. After I took this picture right here, it was the first time in my entire life where I thought to myself, damn, I am kind of chubby. Soon after taking that picture, I stopped bulking and I started to eat normally again. But what I didn't realize is that I was making some changes and I was doing some new things that would actually get me to become extremely lean in less than a year. And today I didn't want to do something super generic and boring like the 3 steps on how to get shredded. I'm actually going to take you with me today. We're going to go around together. I'm going to talk to you in different places. It will be more interesting and more fun, and I think it'll be more fun for me as well. So that is how I'm going to show you how I got. Actually, I can just show you right now. Okay, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. So today I'm not going to just tell you. I'm going to actually show you how I got this lean this quickly. Let's get into it. Would you look at that? We just magically teleported into the car. All right, buckle up, because I'm taking you on a journey, and I think you could probably guess where we're going first. We have arrived. So if you couldn't already tell by the noises, first destination is the gym. All right, the reason that this is the first destination I think should be pretty obvious. Getting shredded doesn't really matter if you don't go to the gym. If you're not working out, if you're not lifting weights, I know I'm not doing it right now, but if you're not lifting weights and you're not gaining muscle, you're just gonna be skinny. I was skinny for pretty much my entire life. And for a lot of that time, I had abs. And everyone's so concerned about having abs, and that's why they want to get shredded, most people. And even though I had abs, it didn't make me feel better about myself. I still just felt skinny. I was a skinny kid. And now I've realized, since I've been through it, maybe you don't realize this, but I'm telling you, getting abs doesn't matter. Getting shredded doesn't matter unless you put in the work and build the muscle first. Being lean only looks good if you have muscle. If you're just really skinny, it doesn't look that good. And I know this video is about getting lean and how I got lean, but I want to tell you something. Most people actually shouldn't cut. Most people should bulk first and then cut. Because if you're thinking about cutting right now, but you don't have much muscle, your physique is going to turn out so much worse than it would if you just bulked right now. I know you're really concerned about getting shredded and having abs and having that aesthetic physique, but you won't have the aesthetic physique if you cut down a lot and you lose like all your fat and everything. You're just gonna be skinny. When people say they wanna be lean and they wanna be shredded, they also want the muscle that comes with that. So if you're a beginner in the gym, or maybe you've been going to the gym for a while and you're thinking to yourself, no, I would look fine if I cut, then it's okay. Then you can cut and get shredded and do all the things I'm gonna tell you in this video. But if you're not the experienced lifter and you're the beginner watching this, I wanna advise you against following what I'm doing in this video, and advise you against cutting first. Because bulking first is going to help you get a better end result faster, and you'll see so much more progress, even if you don't see the abs right away. This is a real quick destination. The main point, just go to the gym. Go to the gym, sign up for whatever your closest gym, your local one, get a membership as fast as you can, and start going. And if you're already going, then you know this. Getting lean only matters if you have the muscle to go along with that shreddedness. We are done here, and the next destination I'm gonna take you to is a place you probably haven't been to in years. It's a place I haven't been to in years, and it's gonna be kind of fun for me to go there. Let's get going. So I want this video to not just be like every other video I make, and I kind of want it to be more vlog-like. When I'm in the car just talking, late night drive. What I want to talk about right now is all of these things that you have in your mind. The reason you're watching this video, right, while we're going to the next place, is you want to get shredded, you want to look good, you know, you want to have that aesthetic, sexy body, but you might not have it right now. Maybe you have a skinny fat or just a fat physique. And you look at yourself every day and you think, oh, these love handles, you know, I don't like how I look. And I came from a very different place from that. I was super skinny. I didn't like how I looked. And so I had this goal of just, I'm going to get jacked and I'm going to do it right. And I'm going to bulk up and try to eat healthy. And I'm going to get there one day. I'm going to be like all these people I see online, all these influencers, and be like David Lade or like whatever. You know, all the people I was seeing at the time. And I pretty much got there. All these other goals that I had out for myself, you know, I haven't achieved all of them. I'm not gonna say I'm just that guy that achieves all his goals and does everything right, but when you really commit to something like I did with lifting, and also with this YouTube channel, even though this is not as linear, you make progress and you reach your goals, even though you were once in this position where someone looks at you and they're like, oh, this guy's fat, or he's super skinny, or no, he's never gonna get there, he's never gonna be shredded, or he's never gonna have abs, he's never gonna be jacked. And that's what people might think about you and your physique
physique that's not like weak or whatever, that's not powerful, and you probably think that of yourself. But I made this change in, now that I think about it, 2 years, and still I'm trying to get better at it. I'm not perfect. I'm not trying to convey to you that I'm perfect, but what I'm trying to convey is that you can do fucking anything. Anything you put your mind to, anything you say, I want that. I see this other person, they have that, and I want it. I want my own version of that. I want to achieve these things, and I want to set out all these goals, and I'm gonna achieve them. You can do it, and all it takes is time. The gym is the perfect example of it, and I love using the gym because it just works every time. If you worked out for 10 years straight, you'd have an amazing physique, right? And you did all the principles, right? You kept getting better and working out harder. You would have 100%, no one can deny that a person who does that would have a jacked physique, that if you did that, you would look amazing. You can't deny it because you did it for 10 years. You put in the work over a 10-year period and you got that physique. This applies to everything else in life. This applies to the career you want, the creative passion you want to get better at. It applies to all these goals that you have. It applies to the compounding effects of different habits. Even if it seems non-linear, it matches almost the same trajectory. If you keep going with something, easiest example for me to give is YouTube. If I keep going with this, if someone keeps going with the YouTube channel, over a 10-year period of time, you would assume, okay, they at least have X amount of subscribers. They at least have 1 million subscribers. They at least have some success in this field and they know what they're doing. And so when you have any of these ideas of what you want to do, just know that when you set the goal and you commit to it, if you just stick to it, you are going to achieve it. There's no doubt about it. It is 100% going to happen because you're not going to give up on it. So there is no other option. The only option is to succeed when you keep going. And I don't want to just say, oh, don't give up. Don't want to, you've probably heard that a million times. But what I want to say is that your goals are guaranteed. Your goals are guaranteed if you keep going at them, which is kind of cool to think about. Any goal you set for yourself has already been achieved just because you decided mentally you are committing to this thing. Whether that is getting shredded and getting a jacked physique, or whether it's becoming a millionaire, or getting 100,000 subscribers on YouTube. I don't know what you are going for in life, or what it is that you so deeply care about. And maybe you don't even know that yet, but whatever it is you decide you do care about, and that you want to grow, and you want to improve in, you can do it, and you will do it, and it is 100% guaranteed if you just stick to it. And I hope you know that. But we are here, and it's time to go inside.
We are here at destination number 2. It's the library. I haven't been here in years. I have some videos that explain the basics of estrogenics. I'll link one up here if you want to watch it. But in short, estrogenics are chemicals that bind or stick to estrogen receptors. And they are kind of everywhere. And when they bind to estrogen receptors in your body, it causes hormone imbalances and causes many other problems, major problems that I'll talk about in a little bit. When I started to care a lot about estrogenics and get them out of my body, my system, and stop consuming the products that have in it and using the products that have estrogenics in them, I unintentionally helped myself get leaner. And one of the reasons for this is because estrogenics are lipophilic. This basically means that estrogenics love lipids. They love fats. So what happens when they get in your body is they stick in your fat deposits. And the reason that that is a problem is because estrogenics increase the rate of fat cell growth. They're like an activation switch. And something I know for a fact is that you have estrogenics in your body right now. You consume them every day. You put them on your body every day. They're in your clothes. They're in your containers that you store your food in. They're in the cups that you drink out of. And in my personal opinion, they're a very serious problem because they aren't just linked to fat cell growth and obesity. They're linked to cancer and infertility. So yeah, getting rid of estrogenics might help you lose some fat and get leaner. But the main thing that helped me was obsessing over this, of getting these things out of my life. And what you start to realize is that there are so many things that you've been using, that you've been eating, that you just can't eat anymore, you can't use anymore, because they have these terrible chemicals in them. I'm not going to go into depth, but if you read this book, it will give you everything you need to know. And all you have to do is learn and follow the plan, and you'll get these things out of your life, and you'll not have to worry about when you get older being with your wife, with your husband, and then keep seeing the negative pregnancy test, negative, and then you go to the doctor and he tells you you're infertile. You'll never be able to have kids. That would be probably the most painful day out of your entire life, the day that you realize you're never going to be able to have kids with the partner that you love. I don't want that. You don't want that. And what I'm going to tell you in the end is that getting lean isn't just about thinking about getting lean. It's not just about forcing yourself to eat less calories. It's about caring about your health and about your future self. Obviously, going to the gym is important, but I'm going deeper than that with this video. I'm going deeper than that. Estrogeneration is a wake-up call. It's a wake-up call for the way you eat, and what the good stuff actually is and what you should be doing. Because it's not just about the calorie deficit. It's not just about going to the gym to look better. It's about things that are bigger than us, things that we can't see yet, our future. Because when you read this book, I link this book in the description. When you read it, I don't want you to just think about losing weight or losing fat or getting leaner. I want you to think about your future and how important it is to care about this topic for so many different reasons. It helped me a lot with this, and I didn't even realize it.
It is now 7:30 p.m. The library will close at 8 o'clock.
You hear that? It's time to leave. It was cool being here again after so many years, but it's time for our kind of second to last destination. You'll see.
So here we are, second to last destination. And I know it's at my house again, like I was in the beginning, so we sort of wrap back around to here. But the reason that I'm at my desk is because this is where I do something specifically every morning. This is also something that I didn't intentionally do to lose weight or get leaner, but it did help me get there. And it is intermittent fasting. Intermittent fasting, to me, the definition is to not eat anything until 12 o'clock, to only drink water until noon. And then after that, you can eat and do whatever you want. But that's where my first meal usually is, at 12 o'clock noon. And I don't like to really eat before that, or it's not something that I completely follow, but for most days, I never eat anything before 12. And the main reason is just so that I can have better focus. I also don't like eating a super early breakfast. Obviously, it's harder to get calories in if you're not having 3 meals. I usually have 2 big meals a day. But to me, that's completely fine, and I'm okay with it. It's mostly so that I don't have a full stomach when I'm working. Because when I think back on this last year, this was one of those things that was just a huge factor in this role of getting me to this low of a body fat percentage, but it was also one of those things where I did it for something else. It wasn't super intentional, like I'm gonna do this to lose weight, which I think is pretty cool, because it doesn't just help you get lean or whatever, it helps you mentally. It helps you work harder and get more done. That's why I like intermittent fasting and these other things. It's not just for one purpose. It serves so many different purposes and helps you out in so many different areas just because you did that one thing. So yeah, basically don't eat till 12. That's what intermittent fasting is. I really think you should start trying it. It might be hard at first, but it really does help to me with focus, and also it's going to help you with getting lean and not eating as much, because if you only have 2 big meals, it a lot of time turns out less than 3 meals if you aren't trying to bulk. Like when you're trying to bulk, obviously you're gonna have 2 really big meals. It's gonna be more. So yeah, all you have to do is just work and not eat for the first part of the day. This one was simple. I'm done with this destination. Let's move on to the final one. All right, let's go. So here we are in the last destination, which is my kitchen. And the reason we're here is the whole reason I'm making this video and the theme throughout this entire video. And it's that your health, what you eat, what you put into your body, the things that you do every single day, that's what you should focus on. You shouldn't focus on getting shredded and getting lean. Now, this is sort of the unconventional, unpopular opinion that I have in this area. And the reason I have it is because I've always been lean, but I've never thought about being lean. And I know some of you are going to say, well, I've always been fat, or I've always been skinny fat my entire life, so that doesn't work for me. But I think when you start to think like a healthy person and act like a healthy person, then you become a healthy person. You become someone that is lean, because healthy people are usually lean, right? You don't have to aim for becoming shredded. You don't have to aim for getting to like 8% body fat. You just have to aim to become healthier. And that's what all these things throughout the video have been doing. If you really care about estrogenics and in your future and having kids and all these different problems that can happen because of estrogenics, you are going to, in the process, get healthier, but you will also get leaner and get more shredded. And the same thing goes for intermittent fasting. You naturally will eat less calories unless you're like focusing on having 2 huge meals every single day, just because you are wanting to get better focus for work in the morning. And obviously going to the gym isn't going to really make you leaner, but it will help you look better at any body fat percentage. And it also is just really good for you, and you make a lot of friends at the gym, and it's a cool community. So the benefits that you are getting from all these different things are going to allow you to become leaner, and they're going to get you to a point where you're eating really healthy foods every single day, where you're doing all the things that you normally would do if you were focusing on, oh, I'm going to get shredded, right? If you were just to list off the things, it's pretty obvious. Oh, you're going to eat healthy, you're going to eat low calories to cut down, you're going to go to the gym, and you're going to exercise every day. So all of these things, you're marking them off if you just try to become a healthier person. You should care about yourself and your body. Your body is your temple. It is the thing that you should be taking care of all the time, because that's where everything else sprouts from. If you have a terrible diet and you don't exercise, your brain function is going to be terrible, and you're going to feel like shit all the time. And so really, more than caring about getting lean and getting shredded. Care about your future, the health and the longevity of your life, the vitality of your life, not just for you, but for your future kids, for your family, for the work that you do every single day so that you can focus on it and work really hard and make a difference. It's so much bigger than just I'm gonna get lean and get shredded, because you don't really have to focus on that. You just have to focus on being a healthy person, on making healthy decisions. Just ask yourself every day, what would a healthy person do in this situation? What decision would they make? And then make that decision. And so if you keep focusing on being a healthy person, on doing the healthy habits and doing the things that I talked about in this video, that is the unconventional way to get shredded abs, to get a lean physique. And I think it works a lot better, because when you start counting calories, when you start focusing on it so much, it becomes this huge daunting task to lose a lot of your body fat percentage, to lose all your fat and all your love handles and everything. You're looking at yourself every day and like, oh, why isn't it going faster? And I think it does negatively affect a lot of people mentally. And if you were just to focus on being healthier, you would get basically all the results that you were looking for with your physique, but you would also be making a difference in something much bigger than that. You'd be making a huge difference for your future self, for your health, for the rest of the life ahead of you. And I believe that's so much more important than just getting shredded. I hope this video helped you and it made you realize you don't need to be shredded, but you really should be thinking about being a healthy person and making healthy decisions, because that will exponentially increase the quality of your life. Subscribe, like the video. It really does help me and I really appreciate it. And as always, never stop improving. You'll be grateful for it later.